up, Sauce Gang, and welcome back to the channel. Hot Sauce Beats are with a banger Skibidi Toilet reaction for you. As you guys know, earlier today, Defuk Boom dropped Skibidi Toilet 72 Part 1, and oh my god, it was insane, dude. We have so much stuff to figure out, and that's why we're checking out Elite Cameraman's Astro versus GMAN Skibidi Toilet 72 Part 1 Analysis Theory. And that's right, you heard the title correctly. Same thing I titled mine earlier, was Astro versus G-Man. The time has arrived. We're stoked for this, but before we jump into it, can you show Elite Cameraman some love by subscribing to his channel? And fam, we're trying to get to 250,000 subs. We just hit 125, so if you haven't yet, please smash that subscribe button and join the Sauce Gang family. But enough talking, let's get to reacting and roll that bomb-ass intro.
Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Eat, sleep, make beats. Eat, sleep, make beats.
Hot Sauce Beats. All right, chat. You know how we start off this video.
Hello, everyone. Elite Cameraman here. Today's
Hello,
episode was
Cameraman.
nuts. We just witnessed the start of one of the craziest battles we might see in the whole series.
Oh, dude, this is like
After
the best
3
arc.
weeks of waiting, episode 72, part 1 of
Has it been
Skibidi
3
Toilet
weeks?
finally came out, and the ending really did
Holy
leave
cow,
me
has
speechless.
it been 3 weeks?
But it wasn't just the ending. We also got to see some of the OG characters once again, like the Strider Camera and Mech Cameraman, who was the POV
Dude, we haven't seen Mech Cameraman in forever.
We'll talk about all
Ever.
this and why the Astro Toilets are after G-Man Toilet later in the video.
Dude, it's been
I think we can
20
all
episodes,
safely
maybe?
say that we are in for a crazy ride when part 2 of episode 72 comes out. So if you don't want to
Dude, he
miss
was
any
crazy.
news, leaks, or
Mowing him
updates
down with
about
that. I
episode
think it's called a
72
wrath
part
or
2,
something,
make
or-
sure to like this video and subscribe. We are getting really close to 1.5
Dude, that's
million
crazy.
subscribers.
I
And if
remember
all
when
of
he
you
hit
who are still not
100,000.
subscribe, we'll easily reach the milestone. Anyways, here we go. First of
Let's
all,
go.
if you guys have watched the interview I did with Boom himself, you'd know that Boom
did.
didn't even count episode 72 in the episodes that he was hyped
73 and
for in the
74,
near
which,
future.
so this is what I
Even
said,
though
chat.
this-
So right here, he says 73 and 74, 77 and 80 are like the big ones. So I'm guessing since we saw 72 part 1, and he didn't say 72 at all is his favorite, I don't think the fight's going to start until 73. So I think 72 part 2 is going to be more build up to it. Maybe they'll like fly around, chase each other and stuff.
This is the case, this episode really did not disappoint. It actually kind of felt like the OG episodes with all the chaos in the beginning.
Yeah,
But it's
man.
crazy that Boom said that episode 73 and 74 will be even
Pretty
better,
fire.
when in part 2 of episode 72, we'll most likely get to watch a crazy battle. I really am so hyped for the next couple episodes. This episode starts with the ending of episode 70 part 3, where Plunger Cameraman dies and his POV goes offline. And the POV actually changes to the Mech Scientist Toilet. We can actually see that it says Cameraman _Scientist _1337 on the tablet itself, meaning that all the cameramen have their job titles written down. Seeing Plunger Cameraman's POV go offline right at the end of the battle must have been so hard
Sevens,
for the
chat.
Mech Cameraman, because if you guys didn't know, he was one of Plunger Cameraman's best friends. We literally saw them
Oh, I
go
don't
out in
remember that.
battle together in the earlier episodes.
Oh,
And this is shown
yeah,
by
I
his
don't remember that,
reaction when he
dude.
smashes his mech after
This is
seeing
why I
the
love this.
offline
Elite Cameraman
screen,
always gets the
but
OG
he has no
stuff.
time to mourn since there is an actually battle going on next to him.
You gotta
He
fight
looks
right
to the
now.
road, and we see one of the scenes we saw in one of the leaks. We can see the reinforcement cameraman fighting against the toilets, but suddenly the new police mutant
There's
toilet
so
that
much
we saw
amazing
in the
action in
leaks
this episode.
shoots his rockets at the Mech Cameraman, forcing
Mech
him to
Cameraman
hold
just
back while the other
glides, just
cameramen are
floats.
struggling. This leads to Mech Cameraman using his lasers to get back at the police mutant toilet, but he easily blocks it thanks to his
Two
crazy
steps.
shield. That's not all, because if we go back to episode 54 and look at the Mech Cameraman, he definitely had different weapon arms.
Oh yeah, he got
This means that
upgraded.
he either just got an upgrade, or maybe he
Upgraded.
has different arms depending on the mission he is going,
You ain't
because
got no
last
legs,
time he
Lieutenant
used a stun
Dan.
dart to stun the glitch toilet. And in this episode, he is like a killing machine with lasers, blades,
Assassin,
and fists.
little robotic
After
assassin.
using his lasers, a new type of mutant toilet shows up and starts rushing towards the Mech Cameraman. This mutant toilet looks like a combination of the buzzsaw mutant and the police
I
mutant.
don't know if you noticed, there's
But
becoming
unlucky
more
for
and more
him,
mutants,
the
dude,
Mech
every
Cameraman
episode.
smacks the Skibidi out of him, knocking him down and using his crazy lasers to kill the mutant toilet. We talked about this in the leak video, but it really does seem like we'll be seeing a lot more mutant toilets every new episode if it goes like this. After killing the mutant, Mech Cameraman turns back to help the other cameraman by killing one of the rocket launcher toilets, but it doesn't end here because another one of the buzzsaw mutants jump on him from nowhere, but blood stops him at the last second. Thankfully,
no one's
Mech
business.
Cameraman doesn't get hurt.
It's a good
but the
screen,
mutant
bro.
toilet destroys
Probably
his
got some
tablet
good
right before
screen
Mech
protection on
Cameraman
it.
pulls out the blade he had in his arm to stab him in his head.
Right through the
But the
face,
weird thing
bro.
is, almost no blood comes out of his head, and instead of like a head stabbing sound, we hear like a machine stabbing sound. What's even weirder is that after the Mech Cameraman throws him onto the ground, he gets up once again as if nothing happened, even though he was stabbed in the head.
That is crazy.
But
Like,
before he can
literally
do
went through his
anything,
face.
The Mech Cameraman
Now.
uses the lasers to completely demolish the mutant toilet. Suddenly,
Like,
Mech
you see me, he's
Cameraman looks
he's about to
behind
jump
and sees
too.
another one of these mutant toilets jumping onto him, and he also kills that one without any hesitation.
And there's
But
3
sadly,
rockets right there.
He can see 3 rocket launcher toilets, 1 helicopter toilet, and 2 more mutant
One on
toilets
top.
on their way to
It's
kill
time
him.
to get out.
If you look carefully and zoom in, you can see that even though these 2 mutant toilets look similar to the last few, they actually have different weapons. One only has his fists, and the other one has 2 axes. But before we can see them fight,
This
Mech
dude's so
Cameraman
badass,
turns
though,
to his
dude.
left and sees his cameraman friends get
Met his
cut in half
opponent.
by the sickle the police mutant toilet has.
Oh, the
These
sickle.
2 cameramen really had the same
That's
fate
what's
as
called,
Dark
the
Speaker
sickle.
Man and Plunger Cameraman.
Sickle.
Rest in peace to all of them. Also, what's
Sevens.
funny about this weapon is that
Sevens,
it
chat.
is the same weapon Death uses in the last Puss in Boots movie. But that's not all, because this blood is like 4 times the size of the other
Looks
mutant
like he's
toilets.
from Children of the Corn, bro. Like
looks
he's about to
he
go
can
mow
bench
down
a
some
whole
corn.
Titan. And he has no mercy, because even after cutting the cameramen in half, he also steps on one of them as if it's nothing while shooting off 2 rockets at
rubble.
the Mech Cameraman.
It's just
and he
rubble.
dodges them while starting up
Just
his
rubble.
lasers to attack the police mutant toilet. But the police mutant opens up his shield to block the attacks once again, while getting closer to Mech Cameraman to slap him with the sickle and stab it into the mech to break his systems. But luckily enough, the police mutant toilet suddenly gets shot right on his neck, knocking him back a little, and this is no ordinary attack, because if you look
No, it's
carefully,
not.
it literally made him bleed, and bro was shook
Made
when he
me
saw
bleed
what
my own
attacked him.
blood.
After seeing the police mutant shocked, the Mech Cameraman also looks behind, and we see a bunch of toilets trying to kill a flying object, but they all end up dying. Once this flying thing lands down, it's revealed that it's an upgraded version of the Strider cameras, and holy moly, the Striders are crazy now. They can fly, and their firepower has increased so much. We see the Strider shoot the police mutant toilet a couple times, which leads to him trying to escape, but bro stumbled on something and fell down with the goofy metal sound. Mech Cameraman looks back
Dude,
at the
look at-
Strider
he is
camera,
so
and
badass,
out of
bro.
nowhere, something attacks him. So we look back once again and
It's
see
like-
a Commander
it's like
Soldier
a chess
toilet
game.
coming out of
They're
nowhere.
like
and
one
bro
up
is
in each
chilling
other,
because
dude.
He doesn't even drop his cigar while getting attacked by a bunch of explosive beams.
Or it's like
and
Mario,
keeps shooting his rockets.
one up in each other.
Thankfully, the new Strider camera is so strong that these attacks don't even scratch him, and he
It's
actually
nothing.
uses his main weapon, which is the
Like,
camera
what?
lens itself, to shoot
Charge
a
up
crazy
my
powerful
core!
beam, just like the Titan cameraman, and the Commander Soldier toilet literally
Bruh.
does the goofy sound while dying with the goofy metal sounds after he dies. I really was not expecting that sound effect while watching Bruh. That one really made me laugh. While we are on the topic of sound
Bruh.
effects, Boom sent me his editing timeline for this episode, and it's crazy. The amount of time that goes into even just the sound effects are crazy. Bro literally has a whole maze in his editing timeline.
Dude, that's crazy.
After
Look
this,
at
we
that.
see the Mech Cameraman giving a double thumbs up, and it's funny because he uses
like?
one mech hand and one
You like?
normal hand while doing this. Right after this, we see the Mech Cameraman slowly walking towards the police mutant toilet, while we can clearly hear and see the Strider camera protecting him. And honestly, this is where the real deal of the episode starts. Mech Cameraman throws a toilet paper grenade while walking towards the injured police mutant, and he actually stops in front of him to grab his sickle to most likely use against him. But before he can
I
do
love
that,
it. He gives him the
police
bird,
mutant
bro.
flips him off.
He's like,
and
"Screw
suddenly
you,
we
kill
start
me, I
hearing
can
some
care less."
explosion sounds, which
I'll give-
leads to the
I'll give
police mutant
two-
toilet
two
laughing
turds.
because he knows what's coming. Out of nowhere, G-Man
G-Man!
Toilet shows up, destroying everything
You
once
see
again,
everything
just
like
what
falling
happened
down
in
to the
episode
sides of him?
71. And once again, he does the Rizzy eyebrow emote. But this time, while attacking the Mech Cameraman, bro can't get away with this every single time. He almost kills the Mech Cameraman as well. But we dodge attack as much as we can while the Strider camera starts flying and attacking G-Man Toilet. But sadly, even he is not strong enough to go against G-Man. Also, we see G-Man Toilet using a new yellow shield, and it looks awfully like the Titan Cameraman shield from episode 64 and 65.
They just keep stealing
Most
each other's
likely because
technology,
they stole
bro.
the Titan Cameraman shield tech to use it themselves. It's
Brain minds
crazy
think
because
alike.
we really don't know
Elite
what type of
cameraman!
upgrades G-Man Toilet got, and at the end of the episode, it looked like he still had some new tools that he hasn't showed us yet.
Well, dude, and
After
then we
he
also get to
shields
see him
himself,
like charge up all like. I'm just imagining this massive like combined beam.
Uses only his left side rockets to literally demolish the Strider camera, and right when this is happening, the mech cameraman's mech starts giving out errors, so he jumps down to protect himself, and the mech literally explodes a second later.
Bruh.
We also can see the mech scientist walking even though he lost his legs in the earlier episodes. This most likely means that he got his legs back, just like the other cameraman who were injured in the battlefield after getting up once
But he
again.
still used
We
the
can
tech.
see the whole squad who was with G-Man in
Dude, look at
episode
this,
71
bro.
slowly continuing their way. And funny enough, we can see the DJ Toilet floating once again. Bro really is a different breed.
Dude,
After almost everyone
Tech's
continues
always
their
around,
way,
bro.
one of the mechanic toilets slow down to say something to G-Man Toilet, and we see G-Man Toilet lowering his head lasers to talk back to him, but it's unknown what they talked about, and what happens right after this scene was the real shocker, because out of nowhere, the Claw Astro Toilet shows up, and bro is gigantic.
He's huge.
He literally is bigger than G-Man Toilet, from what it looks like, and he instantly grabs the mechanic toilet with his gravity claws to kill him, and literally throws it back to G-Man while actually talking to G-Man Toilet. And once again, he is
Just like-
speaking
like when you
English.
flick a
I
little
actually
bug,
asked
bro.
about
He's
him
like-
talking English to Boom. And in our Q&A, he mentioned that all the Skibidis knew all the languages, but they prefer speaking Skibidi. And he says, "You know the penalty for treason, Commander. No one escapes justice. Here you go. Listen
So
to
it
it
makes you
yourself."
wonder if the Astros are like police, some kind of alien police.
And G-Man is not fazed by this at all, and starts charging up all of his weapons this time to get ready and attack
Bro.
with a grin on his face. But what was the Astro Toilet talking about? He called G-Man a commander and mentioned that he was a traitor. This reveals why the Astro Toilets were after G-Man Toilet, but we don't exactly know what the treason was. The Astro Toilet saying no one escapes justice means that they are there to kill G-Man off to serve their justice. I think it's likely that we'll get to learn more about this treason in the next couple episodes because it really could be anything. Whatever happens in the next episode is going to be crazy, and it actually will be the first time we see a toilet versus toilet battle, which I'm so excited about. Whatever happens in the next
Dude,
episode
you know
is
it's
going
gonna
to
be on like
crazy,
Donkey Kong
and it
chat.
actually will be the first time we see a toilet versus toilet battle, which I'm so excited about.
All right, chat. Peace out, lead cameraman. Peace out.
Finally, part 1 of episode 7.
Peace out. What up, Data Bio? All right, dude. There's just a lot going on, man, and I think we're all ready for it. G-Man versus Astro. I feel like it's like two titans combining. We're ready. We need it. You know, King Kong versus Goliath. Godzilla. Did I say Goliath? Anyways, don't mind that. Yeah, King Kong versus Godzilla. I mean, these are literally two titans going at each other, and I'm so curious if we'll find out more about the story. Like, what did G-Man do that made him a traitor? You know, and are they from another planet? Dude, like, what's going on, bro? What justice is being served? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you show Elite Cameraman some love by subscribing to this channel. And fam, we're trying to get to 250,000 subs. So if you haven't yet, please smash that subscribe button and join the Sauce Gang family. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, it's eat, sleep, and make beats. And as usual, we count on one another. That's all I got. Boom, I'm out. Got him in love for the Sauce Gang. Peace out, chat.